In this video, I am going to walk you through a step-by-step method to transform your paycheck into lasting wealth. Unfortunately, for most Americans, paychecks are just a way to cover bills. This is why the majority of people are broke, drowning in debt, and without a clear path to wealth. But that changes today. In this video, I'll share 6 simple steps you can follow to build more wealth than you ever thought possible using a structured plan. The process works by understanding that building wealth is like climbing a mountain. And how do you climb a mountain? One small step at a time. You'll start by preparing for the climb, then follow the steps C, L, I, M, and B. I'll break it all down, starting with C, moving step by step, and wrapping it up with the pre-climb phase at the end to tie everything together. Step 1. C. Create your financial base. The first step is establishing a strong financial base, and you do this in 2 key steps. Save your first $2,000 as quickly as possible. Pay off all your high interest debts like credit cards. Why start with $2,000? Because too many people have no savings at all, and when an emergency strikes like a car breakdown or a home repair, they're forced to rely on credit cards. So even if you are making progress paying off debt, emergencies can push you back into financial trouble. By having $2,000 as a starter emergency fund, you create a buffer to protect yourself. This isn't your full emergency savings. It's a foundation to keep you from falling deeper into debt. Once you've saved this initial $2,000, focus entirely on eliminating high interest debts. At this stage, we're not talking about investing or wealth planning, just getting out of the financial danger zone. If you are in credit card debt or don't have $2,000 saved, you are in what I call the financial danger zone. This is where you are most vulnerable to predatory lenders, payday loans, and credit card companies. They thrive on people in your situation, offering you free money while trapping you in endless cycles of debt. To escape this financial danger zone, you need to make sacrifices. That means no vacations, no dining out, no unnecessary purchases, and even no Netflix. You might ask, what does Netflix have to do with my credit card debt? It's not just about the $15 a month, it's about the hours you spend watching instead of using that time to learn, work, or find ways to earn more. If you are serious about building wealth, you need to turn Netflix time into learning time. Watch YouTube videos, read books, or listen to podcasts about saving, investing, and earning more. Or use that time to pick up extra work, maybe drive for Uber or take on a side hustle. Once you've saved $2,000 and paid off your credit card debt, things will get easier and more enjoyable. But this is the step where you need to decide. Do you really want to build wealth, or do you just like the idea of it? Everyone says they want to be financially free, but few are willing to make the sacrifices required. Step 2. L. Lead your money. This step is about creating a system for your money. Most people make money, pay taxes, spend what's left, and wonder where it all went. Wealthy people think differently. They plan for their money before they even earn it. They decide in advance how much they'll save and invest, ensuring those priorities come first. One simple system to follow is my 75 divided by 15 divided by 10 rule. Spend no more than 75% of what you earn. Invest at least 15%. Save at least 10%. This approach forces you to live below your means while ensuring you are saving and investing before anything else. Yes, you may have to downsize your lifestyle, drive a less expensive car, live in a smaller apartment, or skip vacations for now. But the goal is to put your money to work, so eventually it works for you. Set up 3 separate bank accounts, one for spending, one for savings, and one for investments. Automate your finances so that as soon as you get paid, the money for savings and investments is automatically transferred. This prevents you from spending it impulsively. When you invest your money, it starts to generate income even when you are not working. That's the key difference. Your job requires you to actively work to get paid, but investments create passive income. Over time, your investments can pay for your lifestyle item. But that's not the case, because when you spend that $1,000, you lose it entirely. You are left with less money for your future or your investments. The rule of 5 makes sure that you don't just spend everything you have on one thing. It pushes you to think ahead and save more than the cost of your luxury purchase. For example, if you want to buy a $1,000 watch, make sure you have at least $5,000 saved. That way, you can spend $1,000 without feeling financially strained and still have money left over for other important goals. This mindset helps you prioritize your financial stability and ensures that you are not derailing your wealth building process just to own something flashy. Step 3. I invest your money. Once you've established your financial base and created a system to lead your money, now it's time to actively invest. This step is all about putting your money to work for you. Your investments are the real engine for building wealth. The key is to be consistent and disciplined, whether you are investing in stocks, real estate, businesses, or any other asset. If you are a beginner, start with something simple like index funds or ETFs. These are low-cost, diversified investments that don't require much effort. As you gain more knowledge and experience, you can diversify into other areas like real estate or starting your own business. The secret is to be patient and not let emotions dictate your investment decisions. Markets will go up and down, but if you are focused on long-term growth, your investments will compound and build wealth over time. Remember, wealth isn't built overnight, it's built by consistently investing and letting time work its magic. Step 4M, multiply your income. Now that you are investing and growing your wealth, the next step is to multiply your income streams. Most people rely on one source of income, their job. But if you want to climb higher on the wealth mountain, you'll need to find ways to create multiple streams of income. This could mean starting a side hustle, investing in rental properties, creating an online business, or even monetizing a skill or hobby. The goal here is to make sure that your income doesn't just come from one place. That way, if something happens to one income stream, you will still have others to rely on. This step is all about leveraging your time and resources to build multiple opportunities for making money. Step 5B, build generational wealth. The final step in the climb is to focus on building wealth that lasts beyond your lifetime. This means setting up systems and structures to ensure that the wealth you've created can benefit your family or community for generations to come. One way to do this is through estate planning. Create a will or trust and make sure your assets are properly managed and distributed according to your wishes. Teach your family and loved ones about financial literacy so they understand how to preserve and grow the wealth you are leaving behind. You can also give back by contributing to causes that are important to you or investing in your community. Generational wealth isn't just about money, it's about creating opportunities and a lasting impact for others. Now that you've gone through all these steps C, L, I, M and B, you are ready to go back to step 0. Prepare for the climb. This is where you mentally prepare yourself for the sacrifices and mindset shifts you'll need to make in order to succeed. Building wealth is a journey and it won't always be easy, but if you stick to the plan, stay consistent and stay disciplined, you'll be able to reach the top of the mountain and live the life you've always dreamed of. When it comes to luxuries, I don't finance them, I buy them outright. If I want a $1,000 watch, I make sure I can afford 5 of them before I buy one. That's the principle I live by. It keeps me focused on financial discipline and long-term wealth. Now, let's move on to multiplying your income. At this point, you've started enjoying the benefits of financial education and the idea of managing money smartly. If you are following something like the 75 to 15 negative 10 plan, Here is what's happening. You are spending 75% of your income, investing 15% and saving 10%. Over time, you might think, I wish I could invest more, because you see your investments growing and creating wealth. Initially, most people try to find ways to cut back on expenses. Maybe you adjust your plan to 70 to 20 negative 10 to squeeze out more money for investments. That's a great place to start, but there's only so much you can cut back. At some point, you hit a ceiling. However, when it comes to earning more, there's no limit. Let's say you are making $50,000 a year. You might be able to save an extra $1,000 annually by cutting costs. But imagine if, instead of focusing on saving more, you work to grow your income to $500,000 a year. Now, instead of struggling to invest an extra $1,000, you could invest $100,000 annually. I know what you are thinking. How can I go from $50,000 to $500,000 a year? At first, the idea might seem impossible, but think of it as a challenge. Start by researching, learning, and experimenting. You might take a course, start an online store, or try a side hustle. Some of these efforts might fail, but if you persist, you'll find ways to add even $1,000 a month to your income. Once you achieve that, you can scale further. $1,000 a month could turn into $5,000, then $10,000, and so on. Whether it's launching a business, asking for a raise, switching careers, or pursuing additional certifications, there are endless ways to grow your income. The key is to channel your earnings into your financial system. Whether you make $50,000, $500,000, or $5 million, your system will help you save, invest, and spend wisely. Now let's talk about being great. Start by being great for your family. Protect your assets with the help of the right advisors. As your wealth grows, so does the potential for others to come after it. Attorneys, for example, are always on the lookout for reasons to sue wealthy individuals. Protecting yourself starts with estate planning, creating a will, trust, or other legal structures to manage your assets. Consult with a tax advisor to minimize taxes legally, and a financial advisor to help manage your money effectively. Consider life insurance to safeguard your family's future. If you are the primary earner and something happens to you, life insurance can provide financial security for your loved ones. Next, be great for your community. Wealth gives you the ability to give back, whether through money, time, or knowledge. Use your success to support causes, help others, and create opportunities. Lastly, let's revisit the pre-climb the mindset shift you need before building wealth. To become wealthy, you must first believe it's possible and understand that money is a tool, not the root of evil. Many people grow up thinking wealth is bad, which creates a mindset of scarcity. That belief can hold you back and even pass down to future generations. Instead, embrace an abundance mindset. Recognize that money isn't inherently good or bad, it amplifies who you are. A good person with wealth can do great things, while a bad person may use it for harm. Focus on the freedom and opportunities money can provide, rather than letting limiting beliefs stop you from reaching your potential. Building wealth takes time, discipline, and a willingness to make sacrifices. It might take a decade of consistent effort, spending less, earning more, and investing aggressively, but the rewards are worth it. Start with small steps, develop the right mindset, and keep climbing toward financial freedom.